Welcome to the Ever After cast, brought to you by Ever After Holidays. We're your hosts, Mattie.
And I'm Laura.
Here to share magical adventures and unforgettable memories from Disney, Universal and beyond, together with our special guests.
Please note, all views and stories shared are personal to ourselves and our guests and may not reflect current park or destination operations.
So sit back, relax and let's begin today's adventure.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ever After cast. We are on episode 9. I am one of your hosts, Laura.
And I'm Mattie.
Welcome back onto a very fun episode today where we're going to be talking about Hong Kong Disneyland. So Mattie has been to Hong Kong Disneyland, I haven't yet, so he's the expert at the moment. But yeah, we want to go and dive into this amazing resort, well, kind of this amazing theme park, and it's very different still to Tokyo, very different to Shanghai. I know we've done those episodes already, haven't we? So yeah, I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, so Hong Kong Disneyland was the first Asian park that I went to, and the reason for that was obviously it was the first Asian park that we introduced to package offerings at Ever After Holidays. So I wanted to get out there, see what the hotels were like and everything. And for everybody listening, just like you know, Hong Kong Disneyland is actually the smallest Disney resort in the whole world. It is very, very different to all the other Disney destinations. I'll talk first about like the travel, getting to, and then what it's like.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
And what did you expect it to be like? Because obviously, first Asian park, what was your kind of thoughts going before you went there? And
so I did have preconceptions of Hong Kong Disneyland because obviously I knew it existed. It's not very old. And I know that from research before I went that it was going to be very similar to Disneyland in California. And the castle actually used to be a replica of the one in Disneyland.
It's like the tiny one in Disneyland.
The really small one. But I'll talk about the castle in a minute. So to be honest with you, I didn't do too much research because because it was a brand new park, I wanted to just see it with my own eyes and explore. Mm-hmm. And one thing I did see like online was a lot of people saying that you only need a day there.
That's what I was thinking. A lot of people say there's only one park there.
Yeah,
so
there's only the one park. Why do you need more than a day? And things like that. So yeah, those were really my only really preconceptions, and I was a little bit worried about the language barrier and everything as well, but I'll get onto that. But basically, getting there was really easy. I flew direct from Manchester with Cathay Pacific to Hong Kong. Cathay Pacific were absolutely brilliant. There's loads of different ways you can get there.
They do a Manchester flight as well, especially us who are kind of up north of the UK.
You could do Manchester, London, direct with Cathay Pacific to Hong Kong, and you don't need a visa for Hong Kong either, which is absolutely brilliant. The flight was quite long, I'm not going to lie, but it was really comfortable. I have, with Cathay, done economy, premium and business. All of them are fantastic. I will say the food on board's great as well. And I am finding, as I travel more to Asia, that I find those airlines going that way.
Yeah, even the food was better. Going to Tokyo, there was British Airways, the food was better.
Yeah.
I don't like airplane food. So.
I don't like airline food pretty much, to be honest, but I'm finding that the more I'm going over to Asia, I feel like everything just seems to be better. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, I know this is our last kind of podcast talking about going to the Asian parks and how, I mean, quickly, I know this isn't kind of in our list, but because people are like, oh, it's such a long flight, how do you do that flight? And I mean, to be honest, like even when I went to California, I'd say to people, it doesn't feel any different to Florida to me. Once you're on there and you kind of got, and I know people probably will read and have like loads of films to watch and all of this stuff. I don't even know what I did. I think I did sleep, but how do you find it's kind of become, it is a long flight, but it is long flight. I think it was about 12 hours. But they have all the seat back entertainment and everything, obviously in English as well. There was nothing really any indifferent. And I'm 5'10",
And even in economy, like, I was really comfortable. And I have this thing where, like, when I'm in economy, I mean, those of you listening aren't going to be able to see what I'm doing, but I kind of, like, scoot back a bit and then put my knees up and like that. And I'll quite happily sleep with my knees up and my head back like that when I'm in economy. Premium was great. Business class, obviously, absolutely fantastic. And if you're booking far enough in advance, it's the best time to book, because I did notice once I booked it as soon as I could, that the flight prices were just going up and up and up. So it is better to book early. But yeah, it's like an extra, 4 hours on what a Florida flight would be.
Maybe we should do a little like TikTok or a reel about like doing a long haul flight, and maybe like little tips and tricks that we do, like what to bring with us, and we could do that as a separate little
For
video.
me as well with flights though, like, because obviously 24/7 work for me, like my phone's an emergency phone, I'm constantly getting Teams messages and things and what have you. So to me personally, when I get on an aeroplane as well, as soon as I sit down, the humming is really relaxing to me. And normally I'm asleep before we've even taken off.
I wish I was like that.
But I didn't sleep all the way. But I'm not one of these movie people. I don't watch movies on airplanes.
I struggle as well.
I literally, on the whole flight, will have the world map on. And it's only because as I'm drifting in and out of sleep, I want to wake up and see where I am, how long I've got, and then go back to sleep. Yeah, that's me on a flight.
When we go on, because we've got a long haul flight coming up, we're both going to be with the world map. I just watch where are we now, and then a little sleep.
I'm sure with Cathay as well, they have this thing on the world map where when you were flying over places, because obviously when you're flying over to Asia, you're not flying over a lot of water. So I'm positive it was Cathay that on the flight map that had, like, it was showing you the locations where you were flying over, and you could press them on the screen, and it gave you information on it. So that was quite good. I'm sure that was Cathay.
I don't remember on British Airways doing to Tokyo, so I guess it's.
I've not done BA to. I've only done BA to Vancouver, and to be honest, I slept all the way to Vancouver and back. But I'm positive it was Cathay that was that. So that was really interesting as well. But coming into Hong Kong Airport. So just to give you an idea, Hong Kong is lots and lots of tiny islands. It's you've got the main city, but Disneyland and the airport are on Lantau Island.
Lantau. I never know how to say that. Lantau.
Yeah, well, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but, like Bayo buns.
You were told off.
I was told off for saying Bayo buns, it's Bao buns. You can imagine me in Tokyo, can I have Bayo bun? But yeah, so the Lantau Island is where the airport is for Hong Kong, and also where Hong Kong Disneyland is.
Okay, so close to the airport.
Really close, it's 20 minutes. 20 minutes to Hong Kong Disneyland from the airport. The only thing, Hong Kong Airport is surprisingly really big. You would think it would be quite small, but you do have to get a train between the terminal buildings and things, and there's a lot of walking before you even get to, like, immigration. But it's really easy, so easy, Hong Kong Airport. When you first get there, I'll be honest, when I first got there, because there was so much walking, I was quite anxious. I was like, oh God, it's such a big airport, but it's really well signposted in English as well. So there was no worries there.
I felt the same as Haneda as well in Tokyo. So easy, self-explanatory, really easy to just follow the crowds and in English as well. So
and the same with Shanghai, like we said in the Shanghai episode. So that was really, really, like, reassuring. Once you've actually gone through immigration and you're at the carousels where you collect your luggage, literally the exit is just past there. And one thing to mention is that a lot of people in Hong Kong, a lot of the locals, for making payments for things, they use something called an octopus card. You can actually purchase this at the airport from the information desk once you've got your luggage and gone past the carousels into the main arrivals terminal, and you can actually load it with currency. You can get a app as well.
Sounds exactly like the Suica card in Tokyo. Yeah, sounds exactly the same thing. Yeah,
it's exactly the same. And they do take cash there, and in actual fact, they do take Apple Pay in Hong Kong.
I'm going to say it's not the Alipay thing.
It's not Alipay. Yeah, a lot of them use Octopus, but it's easy to have Octopus just for, like, public transport and things like that, because you can actually get the train if you wish to Hong Kong Disneyland, and you have to change stations, Sunnyside Station, or you can just get a taxi, and the taxi was about £15, I think it was.
That's really good.
Yeah, and there's, like, I've never seen so many taxis in my life outside an airport than what there was at Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's just with your luggage and stuff after that long flight. It is easy just to kind of, if you're not too confident with the public transport, just head in on a taxi.
Yeah, I mean, we can include it as part of a package. Like, that's what I actually did. So mine was actually pre-booked my taxi, so I did it as part of the package.
Were you there with like a sat with your name as you walked out?
No,
or they just communicate through text?
Yeah, so actually, a few days before I arrived, they communicated via WhatsApp.
Oh, fab.
It was like, oh, I'll be here. And then when I came out the arrivals, they were there. They didn't have my name or anything, but the taxi driver had actually taken pictures of where he was stood.
Oh, amazing.
So, and he was sort of like isolated. He wasn't right at the arrivals, like, barrier.
Yeah.
So I kind of like quickly found him because
it's good WhatsApp, how they use that now for like taxi pickup and stuff.
Yeah. So all the Asian parks, whenever I've done trips or taxis, but through Everest holidays, they've always been in touch via WhatsApp, which is just so good.
Yeah.
And even the management company, like when I went last time, when I flew back into Hong Kong after Japan, the management company were even messaging me as well as the driver to make sure the driver was there.
That's good. Yeah.
So really good service.
Communication. Yeah.
And then just to give you an idea of Lantau Island as well, and all these islands, it's on the South China Sea, and it's really mountainous, but beautiful. And I think they call them, it's a rainforest. I think it is a rainforest. Well, it looks like one. And the whole mountains are covered by the trees and everything. So as you're driving in your taxi or train or whatever, you'll see all these beautiful, majestic mountains you're going past. And you can't see the city from here because it's over on Hong Kong Island. But once you get to Disney, it's like when you're in, say, Disneyland Paris or Walt Disney World, straight away you know you're there because you know it's like all of the
everything's clear, the pathways are clean, and all the topiaries and all the gardening is
looks spot on. And obviously they've got a big sign, like they've got on most of the things, like at Disney World, it says Walt Disney World. They've got one that's like for Hong Kong Disneyland. So as soon as you go into those gates, you know you're there.
Yeah.
And the way it's actually built is you've got the theme park, the one park, and then next to it you've kind of got the 3 hotels, the 3 Disney hotels, and they all overlook the South China Sea. And so obviously you then get to your hotel, and
what are the hotels?
The hotels, so you've got 3. So you've got, and this is in price order, you've got the Hollywood Hotel, Disney's Hollywood Hotel. That one is obviously themed to Hollywood. It's quite like Art Deco style. It reminds me a lot of Hollywood Studios. You know, the entrance. If you can imagine the entrance Hollywood Studios, it's kind of like Art Deco, like that.
Yeah.
And in there, they have a Marvel bar, which is amazing. I can't remember what it's called. But there's Marvel bar there. They have different tables, and the tables are glass topped, and underneath each glass they have things from different Marvel superheroes. Like they have Scarlet Witch's crown, they have Shuri's like gun things.
You're talking to the wrong person.
Black Panther's necklace. All these things they have under these tables for you to look at while you're having your drinks and things. The Alchemist or something like that it's called. And then in the very middle of this bar, they have the Infinity Gauntlet with all the Infinity Stones in. And then around in glass cases, they've got like the Tesseract and Loki's staff. All under, it's like a museum of Marvel.
And you can go in these hotels without staying there. You can go into the bar and have a drink.
There.
Okay,
you don't have to stay, because I will be honest, the Hollywood Hotel is the only one I've not stayed in there. But I have been in it a few times because obviously we went in there for drinks. The drinks were amazing. There's also a really good restaurant called Incomplete. And if you can imagine Animator's palette on the Disney Cruise Line ships, it's like that, bright and colourful. It's got like portraits on the walls of lots of different Disney characters, but they're drawn in a little bit like Mary Blair.
Oh yeah. So like Small World,
kind of
Contemporary,
style.
That big mural in Contemporary as well.
And also in that restaurant as well, they have Donald Duck. He's a meet and greet there as well. And it's just a really good restaurant, and it's all very like artist themed, and you know, like with the Disney Cruise Line, I mean, it's probably look at the paintbrush things, and all the food looks amazing. So that's nice. But the hotel itself, it's the only Disney hotel there that doesn't have rooms with balconies.
Okay.
They do have Marvel themed rooms.
Yeah.
And every hotel's got a swimming pool as well. And
that's
I'm
good.
not talking a tiny pool like we spoke in the Tokyo episode. The only one that's got one is the Disneyland Hotel, and it's tiny, and it's only open a couple of months a year. In Hong Kong Disneyland, they've all got huge swimming pools.
That's good, yeah.
All of these hotels are comparable to like Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World in the scope and what's available.
Meant to be more of a
standards.
resort, so like
More of a resort.
to give you more to do.
Time there and things like that, because they have activities, daily activities and things as well. And then next door to that, you've got the Disney's Explorers Lodge.
Which looks stunning.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm probably going to say that was my favourite of the three.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine, it's the newest of the three as well. And if you can imagine Wilderness Lodge at Walt Disney World and Animal Kingdom, if they were a couple and had a baby, that is what that hotel is. And what's great about that hotel as well is when you go in, it feels very Animal Kingdom. But they have a fantastic pool there. They have sea view rooms with balconies, which we had on our first visit there. They have some fantastic quick service and restaurants there as well. There's one called, I think it's called Three Dragons or something, down on the ground floor. And when you go in there, it's a buffet breakfast in the morning. They actually have Disney friends in their Chinese formal gear, which is really nice. You never know who you're going to get, and they change now like every 15, 20 minutes. But the food is fantastic in that restaurant as well. Like they cater to Western. But do you know what I really liked? The traditional Chinese breakfasts. I was having the noodles with the nuts.
I would say the food, like, I mean, that's the thing I kind of like. I like to, even if I'm going to like a Western place that'll do more like American food or whatever, I like to see kind of what they've got and everything. But you found the food, you love the food. You talked about this already about the Asian parks, and I was completely great. Even you didn't like Tokyo too much, but I really did, so I think I'd be okay. But as you're talking about it though, I'm going, I think I need an extra night at Tokyo. Like, I feel like I want an extra night at Tokyo just to do just to have a little play around Hong Kong, just have a little play around the hotels. Yeah,
you need to, and because they're next to each other, it's really easy to just walk it, because actual fact where the pool is, because all the hotels face the South China Sea, and it's a long promenade running along. And then you can walk along it, and you can walk along to each of the hotels. And it takes from Disneyland Hotel, which is the furthest, to the Hollywood Hotel. It's talking like 15 minutes walk.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. And so the Explorers Lodge, the rooms are very much like Animal Kingdom Lodge.
They look really big. I'm just looking at like
really
kind of,
big.
I think what you said as well, just very spacious.
Yeah.
2 big king beds, I guess, double beds.
Yeah, the rooms in Explorers Lodge are probably the biggest standard rooms out of all three. I'll talk about Disneyland Hotel in a minute, but the Explorers Lodge as well, they have like gym facilities and everything you can imagine from a Disney resort hotel, and they have a great shop as well. Absolutely love that hotel, and I would say that it's probably, if they put that hotel, instead of having Animal Kingdom Lodge and Wilderness Lodge in Florida, and they just had that one, everyone would just absolutely love it, because it is amazing. But then moving further along at the coast, you've got the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. It looks just like the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, it does, from pictures I've seen,
Literally Grand Floridian. And you go in, and it has got a beautiful grand lobby. With the flowers as soon as you walk in, and the big chandeliers. It's also got like the elevators that look like bird cages.
So very like Victorian style
Yes.
of hotel.
Marble floors, absolutely immaculate. There are chandeliers in there, are probably the most sparkliest Disney chandeliers I've ever seen in my life.
Even compared to Disneyland Paris, the Disneyland Hotel.
Even
That's got a gorgeous chandelier.
Honestly, the Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong is so spectacular. The one in Disneyland Paris is obviously incredible, but their chandeliers in Hong Kong, I've never seen so many like diamonds on a chandelier. They're huge. But with the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel, they've got a swimming pool, an outdoor one, and an indoor
Oh,
one.
wow.
Because they do in the winter close the swimming pools at all the hotels. But in the summer, obviously, they're open. But with the Disneyland Hotel, you've then got the indoor pool if you want to use a pool.
I guess they have seasons like us then.
Yes,
So like
the seasons are very similar to ours, apart from a bit more extreme.
summer.
They have monsoon season and things like that, and it can get quite muggy.
Yeah.
We went in March the first time, and it was really humid.
Okay.
Really nice. And then we went in February the second time, and some days it was really humid and lovely, the weather, but then there was a couple of days where it was quite cold. I don't want to say like cold, like scarf weather, but you need a coat on.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to wear shorts. But then it get warm in the afternoon, so it's very like similar, but they're a little bit earlier. And the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel has got more restaurants than any of the other Disney hotels. They've got the not White Lotus, because that's the TV program.
We were talking about last night.
It's called the Lotus, something Lotus. And it's a beautiful Chinese restaurant, and they've got a little bar before the restaurant bit as well, which is nice. You've also got like an Enchanted Garden restaurant, which is the character dining restaurant. And it's never, I've been in it so many times, and it's for breakfast and dinner. I've never seen it full. Never. And that's like, it's a bit like Plaza Gardens in the sense that it's normally Mickey, Minnie, Pluto and Goofy. So the characters are great in there, and because it's never normally busy, every time we've been, we've found that the characters come around more than twice even.
Yeah.
But that's buffet.
Yeah.
Again, fantastic for food options.
Do you remember like the prices kind of, for example, for a character breakfast?
I think the character breakfast was about £30, and you can book
That's
it
very
through,
cheap compared to what
you
Disney
just
World.
rock up. And obviously there's a risk you might not get in, but like I said, it was never more than half full. But you can book these and prepay for them through the Hong Kong Disneyland app as well. But the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel as well, the rooms, this is the only thing, like now they do have balcony rooms. Like I said, the Hollywood Hotel's the only one without. But we found, even though we had a balcony room, we did get upgraded for free to a sea view. They are smaller than the rooms at Explorers Lodge.
Right.
And they are not to the same, like Grand Floridian and Disneyland Hotel in Paris, they've had refurbishments on their rooms.
Yeah.
The Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong hasn't.
Okay.
So it still looks like the old style Disneyland Paris Disneyland Hotel or the Grand Floridian's rooms before.
Yeah.
They do look a little bit dated, but I think that adds to the charm.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Victorian
I'm still
style
going to stay
hotel.
there, I think. I still want to do, I want to probably do a couple in Explorers, couple in there. Because I would love to stay actually in the Disneyland Hotel.
One little tip as well, and they changed this a few years ago, is that they used to give free like welcome packs at each of the hotels. Like at Explorers Lodge, it was like a tin, and it's all themed to Explorers Lodge. And it had like themed things inside to help you with your stay, like toothbrushes and stuff like that.
Amenity kit kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like a beauty kit kind of thing. Now, they used to include them, because when we went the first time, they did, but then they changed it, where you had to buy them now. But I think it was like £10. If you wanted to buy one, you ask them at reception, can I buy
Yeah,
a
I've got a
kit?
couple of those tins and I keep all sorts of like, jewellery and stuff.
I didn't use
Yeah,
them.
I think
just
I
wanted
think you
the
gave me
souvenirs.
one of yours.
I think I did, because
Yeah.
I remember we had got quite a few for free.
Yeah.
Because when we went the first time and they were for free, I kept putting I put it in my suitcase on the first night, and the maid, she must have thought that they'd not put one out, so she kept putting them out. Bless her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you get in the Asia parks and hotels, if you stay in official Disney hotels, they do give you some good freebies. They are really
even
good.
like in Shanghai Disneyland Hotel, we got free luggage tags and things. But the one thing, I mean, I've said they've all got their own like activities and things during the day. One thing that's really unique about the Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong is that every morning they do 2 sessions of Tai Chi with a Disney master.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
This was something that I do religiously every time now. Now, there's no guarantee what character it's going to be, and they do 2. One's normally at like 9:30, and then there's one at like 10:30. And you have to get there at least half an hour, 40 minutes before, because they only allow so many people into the queue. Because what it is in the Grand Hall, that's the Disney ships. The atrium, at the very back, they've got floor-to-ceiling windows, like 4 stories tall, and they overlook the South China Sea and the beautiful maze at the back of the hotel. And the characters come to the window, and you all stand on the carpet in front of the window with the character facing you, and you actually do Tai Chi with the character. You can only have the photo with the character if you do the Tai Chi. You can't just like queue up and say, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You have to queue up, you have to do the Tai Chi. But it's quite cute, and you know, it's like fun to learn.
Where else can you do that? It's so like unique, isn't it? And yeah.
You don't know what Grandmaster you're going to get. It could be Donald, Goofy, or Mickey. But 9 times out of 10, at least one session is Mickey.
Yeah.
So, say for example, if I do it and it first and it's Goofy, I'll wait and do it again, so I get Mickey.
Yeah.
But one of my favourite photos ever is my Tai Chi photo of Mickey Mouse. Because it's beautiful because of the backdrop with the maze and the South China Sea and everything as well.
That's definitely on my list to do.
It is. I would say, if you're going, even if you're not staying in the hotel, you can go in and do it.
Yeah.
You know, so say like if you're staying at Explorers Lodge and you're passing on the way to the park and you're like, oh, let's go do a Tai Chi.
Yeah.
You can go and get in the queue.
Yeah, have a bit of a slower morning, and go in the park a bit more midday. And what are the park? I mean, we'll get onto the park now, kind of from the hotels. But what are the park hours? Obviously, they vary. But what were they when you were there?
So the park, first of all, the park, just to let everybody know, they do transport from each of the Disney hotels on a bus to the park, but there is a walkway. So say if you're at the Hollywood Hotel, you'd have to walk all the way to Disneyland Hotel, and then there's a walkway all the way up to the park entrance, and this walkway is really beautiful. It's always really quiet, and they've got a really beautiful big sign saying "Welcome to Hong Kong Disneyland." So I like to take photos in front of that. It's got all the flags with the characters and things on. They play the music, and it's always really quiet. So it's perfect for photos.
I love that walk up to a Disney park. I love it, even in Disneyland California, which has still got a bit of a sign, and it's a bit of, because it's very, obviously it's the original, so it's kind of on the side of a road, isn't it? It's a bit of like, but I love that walk up, and the music, the Disney music starts, and you're like, oh, nearly
That's
there.
when you hear it. As soon as you hit the walkway, you hear the Disney music. Because the buses, they can't go that way. It's a bit strange, really, the way the buses are, because the car park is right at the other side of Disneyland. So if you want to get the bus from the hotel, instead of going to the right, to the walkway, they'll go to the left and take it all the way around the back of the park, around to the car park, and then you walk down another walkway to get... It would take you, by the time you've waited for the bus and got off the bus and got to the park entrance, you might as well just have that nice little walk. And I personally think when you've had a big breakfast, it's a good way to walk it off. But the park opening hours, I can't remember off the top of my head because it varies seasonally, but both times when I've been there, I'm sure it was 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night.
Okay, that's good.
And they do for Disney... you don't get early entry as a Disney hotel guest. You have to pay for early entry in Hong Kong Disneyland, but it's about £20, and it gets you in an hour early.
That's good.
So and that hour early
it's worth
is
it.
pure gold for Hong Kong Disneyland, because when you first go in, like, obviously Disneyland Paris is having the new Adventure World rebranded Disney Studios, the World of Frozen.
Yeah.
Now, Hong Kong Disneyland has the original, and it's double the size as the one in Disneyland Paris. The one in Disneyland Paris is a clone, but it's only half the size. The one in Hong Kong's also got a Frozen roller coaster and a stage show, and like a market street. It's a lot bigger. What everybody seems to do in Hong Kong Disneyland is just when they're doing the early park entry, they all run for World of Frozen.
Yeah.
So for me, liking my photos, it's the perfect opportunity to get pictures with the wishing well outside the castle. I've even got pictures where I'm walking through the castle with no one else there, and just my silhouette with the castle.
Fab.
Door shape.
That's unheard of, unless you've you're in 2 hours before or something, any other park.
And like, because a lot of the attractions are open, some of them aren't, but like Fantasyland is, and the carousel. So in the morning, like the Mickey and Walt statue, and this is the most unique partner statue in the world. And I love it. And any Disney fan is going to absolutely love this. But the partner statue in Hong Kong Disneyland, you've got the carousel when you come out the other end of the castle into Fantasyland. There's a bench facing the carousel right in front of it with Walt and Mickey sat on it, and Walt is pointing at the carousel. I've got goose pimples.
I know, I've got tears.
Like, you know, that is Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, because that's
It's so
the original.
iconic.
That's where Walt had the original idea for Disneyland, sitting on a bench, the one
Looking
in
at
Griffith
carousel.
Park, looking at the carousel. So that's really cute
And
that
that's
they have
the only
that.
one in the world. Look, I've got
Yeah, yeah.
goosebumps
I don't
again.
think I knew about that until you'd been to Hong Kong and told me about
Couldn't
it.
believe it because I didn't do any research because I've said in previous episodes, for me, new park means new partner statues is a go-to for me, and I didn't research the partner statue for Hong Kong. I didn't for any of the Asian parks. I just wanted to find them,
Mm-hmm.
and when I saw that one, I was like, wow, you know what? That's the best one.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's hardly anybody in the park because there is, but they're all running to. It's quite funny, really. They're all running to World of Frozen, so you can get things like the Winnie the Pooh ride done with no queue, the carousel with no queue, Dumbo with no queue. All these things you can get done, literally walk on and off multiple times. Like I've got pictures of me on the carousel, no one else is on it.
That's that.
Yeah, going around multiple times. But then what's quite funny is then because it opens to the general public, it's quite funny really. We normally sit on a bench around that point because I like to sit and watch everybody at this point, and it's so funny. I'll sit at the back of Fantasyland near to where you go down like a tunnel to then get into the World of Frozen and sit and watch the castle, the archway, like, you know, going underneath to get through. You know when the park's open because you sat there and all you can see is everyone running through the castle all in one direction to the World of Frozen. It's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, the park is like opening hours similar to the rest of the parks around the world.
Fabulous. Oh, exciting. So yeah, we'll talk about the layout. Obviously, is it a smaller park? It's just a one park. So yeah, the layout really to start with.
It is a smaller park, and one thing with the layout, and I knew this before I went, it has been all designed around feng shui. And you know what? This is the God's honest truth. It does feel really peaceful and everything when you're walking around it. Main Street, they have a train that goes around the park. Unlike Shanghai, and obviously Tokyo's doesn't go around the park; it just goes around Adventureland and whatever. And so it does have a train going around the park. Now, when you go into Hong Kong Disneyland, you've got Main Street USA.
Does it look like California?
No,
Right.
it doesn't. It looks very familiar, but different. Like there's less cabs.
Right.
Some of the shops look very different. It has like one of the shops looks like a conservatory.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
It's just very different. There's a lot of photo opportunities. I can't put my finger on it, but I remember going in the first time and thinking this feels very familiar, but it's so different. But it's beautiful. And what's really beautiful about it as well, when you see the castle for the first time, because again, you know, you go into the train station, you walk around the hub in the first bit of Main Street, and then you turn and see the castle. The castle at Hong Kong Disneyland, I've got goosebumps.
I know, I'm welling up because it might potentially be my sixth castle. I'm not sure which way I'm doing it, but that moment, just like aiming for that moment.
Like, it's called what's it called? Why can't I remember these things?
Have a look.
It's called sorry about this, guys. Hong Kong Disneyland Castle. It's all to do with the princesses. The Castle of Magical Dreams. That's what it's called.
And that's only recent years
It's because it was originally the same as the one in Disneyland. Now, I just want to explain the setting. I've told you Lantau Island, and it's really hilly, mountains and rainforests. Hong Kong Disneyland is backdropped by real mountains. So when you turn Main Street and you see the castle, if you can imagine the backdrop of it, there's real mountains behind it.
Amazing. That's
Disney
so
built,
unique.
Not
like,
Disney built,
yeah.
real. And the castle it's recently been elevated, so it's not like the one in Disneyland anymore. It's humongous. It's quite narrow, very narrow, like Disneyland Paris, a lot bigger than the castle in Disneyland Paris. It's really bright and colourful. All the turrets represent all of the different Disney princesses, like Shanghai does, but with Shanghai, it's all quite uniform. This castle's not. Yeah. It's really multicolour. It's all different colours. Like the bit, when you go around the back, that's where the part of the castle is represents Anna and Elsa.
Oh, right.
So it's not just the turret, it's like the actual side of the castle, like the wall.
It just looks like there's so much to look at, like,
There
and
is.
explore it. Like, it's very unique, like, every single part of it.
But like the side of the castle on the frozen bit looks like a building from Arundel. And the attention to detail on that castle is just phenomenal. And it's really pretty. It just, honestly, it just elevates it so much. And now with the world of Frozen, when you actually walk into the park as well, you can see the North Mountain in the background.
Right. Yeah.
With the backdrop of the natural mountains and Elsa's castle.
Oh, cute.
So it's kind of like, I kind of feel like it's been done intentionally,
Yeah.
obviously, but I feel like that's a bit of a nod to Elsa, because Elsa's now a queen, she's not a princess, and the castle is kind of represented by the Disney princesses,
Okay.
not Elsa's a queen.
Yeah,
So it's
so
kind
she's
of a
got
nod
her
to that.
own, yeah.
Well, she's here, she's there in the background, she's got her own little thing going on. But the castle's just phenomenal. And when you go up to the hub, it's very spacious. There's not a lot in your way, so there's the viewing for the fireworks is just incredible everywhere. And they actually have as well, as you're leading up to the castle, it sort of slopes down towards the castle to where the moat is, and that's a great like viewing area for the fireworks as well. And it slopes down, and that's intentional because obviously for fireworks, then everybody gets a great view right in front of the castle. But the hub itself, the way the lands go off, it's not as obvious as, say, any of the other Disney parks. They just kind of blend
and flow. And
like flow, everything
Yeah.
flows. And what's really cute in the hub is and this is how I discovered, do you know what, I don't even mind, I've not got gelatoni on today, but it's Hong Kong because it's my first Asian park when I fell in love with Duffy and Friends, and gelatoni is my favourite character. It's the cat, and he's an artist. And they have, because it's massive in Asia, they love Duffy and Friends, they have a house in the main hub where the castle is. Duffy's Playhouse, I think it's called, but you go in there, loads of photo opportunities with like tables and breakfast.
Sounds like Mickey's house in Toontown. Is it that kind of thing?
A little bit, but when you go in it, it's like a TARDIS, because it looks small, and you go in it, and it's like, it's massive, and there's loads of different rooms, like Duffy's house and things like that. There's like a garden area where they all play, and then you go into other houses, and you can meet the different characters there. And getting in early, you can get in line early. You never know, they alternate the characters every day at different times of the day, so you never know really who you're going to get. Our pet specifically want to see gelatoni, so we did wait for a parade or something was going on, and then we literally ran to Duffy's Playhouse to get the queue for gelatoni. Lena Bell is the most popular character. When I went the first time, she was on the only thing that was on a virtual queue was to meet Lena Bell, and I managed to get it. It was on a lottery like they do in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But I managed to get it on the first visit, but now she's not. She's just meet and greet as normal. But Lena Bell's the most popular character, and I'm going to be honest with you, whilst Hong Kong Disneyland, every time I've been, has been fairly quiet, that one always had at least 3 to 4 hours queue, Lena Bell.
That's what everybody is.
Absolutely crazy. When she walks down Main Street to a meet and greet, people chase her. Like chase her and like taking pictures.
Is she the fox?
She's a fox, and she's a detective,
Okay. So yeah, just speaking then about it being quiet, so crowd levels compared to Orlando and Paris, for example.
Varied on days, like some days, like I said, the early hour, pay for it, £20 roughly. You can buy that through the Hong Kong Disneyland app directly when you're there, the day before.
Okay, so we're getting an app. I mean, all Disney parks.
All the Disney parks have the app, but what was I saying? Sorry,
Crowd levels.
The crowd levels. So it was never overly busy. It's busy. I'm not gonna lie, but not on the quietest of any of the Disney parks I've been to.
Yeah.
Busy, but the quietest. And the layout of the park, like we were saying, all floors, they have the different lands, but they all sort of connect in the natural way. They do, if it is really busy for you, and if you want to go for a day, you can probably get most done in a day. I'll be honest with you, I like to go for 4 or 5 days because I like to take it slow. I love how it's designed, photos, everything, and it's really inexpensive. But if you are there for a couple of days, I recommend buying like Premier Pass.
Okay, so I've asked that as well. So they do that.
Yeah, they do like Premier Pass, and it's about I'm not going to lie, for considering it's quite cheaper in Hong Kong, it is about £100, which is similar to the cost of like Shanghai.
Yeah.
And Disneyland
Is that
Paris
for all the
a similar one.
rides? Is
That's
that
for all of
okay?
them.
So not pay per ride.
They don't have a pay ride.
Okay.
They don't have a pay ride. It's literally, do you want the Premier Pass or not?
But if you're doing a
They
day,
might change. They might change.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It might be. To be honest with you, I haven't looked at it since I last went, so it might be different now.
Yeah.
But it was literally, here's your Premier Pass, and you can do them all once. And to be honest with you, there's been days where we've had it and we've not needed it, and there's been days where we haven't had it and I've had it and I needed it. But that's the thing. But because the park's not always too busy and it's always available, like with Shanghai, I noticed that the Premier Passes, that on the if you didn't pre-book them days in advance, you looked on the app for the day, they weren't there because the parks were just ridiculously busy.
Yeah.
But with Hong Kong, every day, because some days I bought them on the day. So they were always available. It's not busy enough for it not to be available. But that works the same way as, like, you know, all the other parks where it gives you the straight entrance into the rides.
Shall we talk about rides then? Okay, so we've done the park and kind of the layout of the land there. Let's go on to some of the rides, because there's definitely some unique attractions there.
Yeah.
So must-do attractions, unique rides, just, let us know what you'll do.
Like with all the Asian parks, there is world first unique attractions you're not going to find anywhere else in the world. It would be rude of me to not start off with probably my most favourite attraction in the whole world.
Can't wait to do it. I know what you're saying. I can't wait to do it.
Hong Kong Disneyland. So this is the only place you're going to find it in the world, and I've mentioned it in previous episodes, and this is Mystic Manor.
Yes.
Mystic Manor is in an area of the park called Mystic Point.
Okay.
So it's not just a ride just dotted there, it's got its whole land. And in this land, you've got like a mystical garden with like artifacts from like strange artifacts and things and photo shoot areas.
Yeah.
And, the actual Disneyland Railroad goes through Mystic Point as well.
Oh, cute.
So you see that go through, and it goes past like an archaeological or whatever. I don't know.
Like a digging site, site,
where they've digged up like mummies' tombs and things like that.
It's all linking into like the explorer and the adventurer,
Society of Explorers, which is like Disney lore. Like a Disney made up lore.
Yeah, if you don't know about it, it's hard to explain on the podcast because I don't know all the facts. But just search the Society.
Jungle Cruise is part.
Yeah,
of it.
Jungle Cruise. The Tokyo Tower of Terror will be as well. So just Google like SEA like
Society of Explorers, Disney,
and Mystic Manor will come up as well because it's such a cool backstory to it as well, and they're all linked together.
Yeah.
But it's all that kind of exploring, collecting items and all of that stuff. But
so Mystic Manor is Hong Kong Disneyland's version of the Haunted Mansion, because the Chinese people do not have the same beliefs in us with the afterlife and everything. They have a different relationship with it. So they created this house, which I can't remember the name of the guy that owns it.
It's not Harrison, because that's the guy in Tokyo. Henry? Is it Henry?
I'm not sure, but those of you watching will probably see there's a little book here on the table. It's a Mystic Manor book, and on the front of it there's a painting of Mystic Manor and also a picture of the explorer that owns Mystic Manor.
Google it quickly, because that's going to drive me mad.
Let's Google it quickly, because it's going to drive me mad.
There's a few different names you see in there. This is why I Google it yourself.
Characters. So we know what the monkey's called. It's Albert, and you can see they've got Albert here, the monkey. He's a massive, prominent character in the attraction. He's called Lord Henry Mystic.
Okay, go.
So it's called Lord Henry Mystic, and he owns Mystic Manor, and he's inviting you into his house to basically look at all his artifacts from around the world. And he has this artifact, which is a music box, and Albert the monkey opens the music box, and what happens is the whole house comes to life.
Wow. And was it one of the first trackless rides that Disney did, or
But the music, the soundtrack is like on Haunted Mansion level. It's iconic. It's got like a, not jingle as such, but it's got a bit of it which you would once you've been on it, you'd instantly recognise it, and it's just absolutely amazing. And the theming and even the bins.
Yeah.
They do toys of the bins in blind bags, and I bought about 6 of them because I needed a Mystic Manor bin.
Because that's still that purpley kind of colour, isn't it? And I mean, it's House Girls,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is House Girls. And like you've got the iconic Haunted Mansion wallpaper, Mystic Manor's got its own iconic
Oh, right.
wallpaper as well. And I actually took a photo of the wallpaper in the shop when you exit. And it's a screensaver I can use on my phone.
Oh, yeah, you have seen that, yeah.
But I will say though, because the merch, like Albert the monkey, I fell in love with the character. I thought it was really cute. When you come off the attraction, you're in the shop. When I went the first time, there was no Mystic Manor merch in the shop at all. When I went the second time, there was loads.
Sweet, mate.
And I went on a little spray. I got my Mystic Manor
You
Albert.
got me some socks as well, I think.
I got flannel. I got a t-shirt. I got a pin.
You got me the little bag, the Albert bag. I've got all this merch because Mattie understands anything Haunted Mansion or Mystic Manor, that kind of lore, that kind of story. I'm like, yeah, I need it all. I'm ready to go. I'm not been on it. I'm ready to go on it.
Imagine Haunted Mansion, but just different. So that's my favourite, and this is my favourite Disney attraction in the whole world. And I don't want to say any more about it because I think you need to experience it. Like even watching YouTube videos, because I won't lie, I did watch a YouTube video of it before I went. It's better in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's a restaurant there as well, and it's a table service restaurant. Well, it's weird. It's a bit table service stroke buffet. It's one of the best restaurants in the park.
Is that like an adventure or something or another? What's it called?
Again, I can't. Explorer something.
Explorer something. Yeah.
Explorer something.
It's all that kind of.
And each room is themed to like a different country, and there's artifacts from like voodoo artifacts and things like that. There's an Egyptian room, and it's all different rooms, and there's portraits of them doing all of these excavations and stuff. It's so good.
I will be spending at least 5 hours in that whole area. It's just going round and round the ride.
There for ages.
Yeah.
But this restaurant is it's like table service. You order from a menu, but then they've got a huge buffet room, and you can help yourself to as much as you want from there as well. So it's a bit like meat, like both. I will say lunch is better than dinner.
Okay.
And you can get curry and everything.
Nice.
I had a curry.
Yeah.
For lunch, I did look at the. I will not lie. I loved the food. I love the food in Hong Kong, but for dinner in that restaurant, I didn't like the menu for the mains. I did for lunch though.
That's
So and it's also cheaper at lunch than it is dinner.
Yeah.
So that's Mystic Manor.
So that's got its own area of the park. So is the park still like Fantasyland, Adventureland, Frontierland, that kind of thing? Toy Story they have there as well.
Yes.
So yeah.
So literally, you've also got Grizzly Gulch, I think it's called, and that's where they've got their own version of Big Thunder Mountain, called Big Grizzly Mountain.
Yeah. And
it's basically like the mountain. The mountain looks a little bit like the one in California Adventure. Do you know where it looks like a wolf?
Oh yeah.
This one looks like a bear. And basically you get, it's like a cross between Big Thunder Mountain and Expedition Everest.
Yeah.
Because not only does it go forwards, it goes backwards, and it's a launch coaster as well.
Fab.
And it's absolutely fantastic. So you've got that area, and it's a bit like a Frontierland area there.
Yeah.
Very small, and they've got like a tiny little like quick service there where you can get chicken tenders and things.
Very good.
And then you've got the Toy Story Land, which is very similar to the one in Paris.
Okay.
It has got the RC Racer, and it is called RC Racer there, the parachute drop, and I can't remember.
Imagine that parachute drop to be amazing views. Did you do it?
We didn't, and I wish I did, because the queue was always quite big for it, and it wasn't included on the Premier Pass.
Ah, right, okay.
So we didn't, but I wish I did. I did do the RC Racer, and that had fantastic views. Once you go through the Toy Story Land area, which is it's quite big as well. It's bigger than the area in Paris. Like I said, double the size. They also have meet and greets. They have Lotso Bear there as well, because they're big into Lotso. But then once you leave that area, you go into Fantasyland. Their Fantasyland is very old school, very much like the one in Disneyland, but they have some attractions that they don't have in other Disney destinations. So they've got like a maze, and it's like a Disney princess maze, and at various points they have like miniature if you can imagine like the boat ride with the miniature versions of the castles and things, it's like that, but it's a walk around maze, but there's interactive things as well.
Oh, cool.
And photo opportunities.
Right.
So that's beautiful to have a look around there. They've got Magic.
Ah, yeah.
Magic there as well. They also have the Carousel, Dumbo, Winnie the Pooh, and then they have like Fantasy Gardens or something it's called, and it's at the back of Fantasyland, and they have 3 meet and greet areas there. they alternate what types of characters they have. So they could have a Disney princess, it could be Minnie, it could be Pooh, it could be Mickey, it could be any Disney character, and you don't know what you're going to get every day. They don't advertise what character's going to be there. It's just like chance passing. And it's the gardens are themed to Fantasia as well. So all the topiaries look like the Pegasus and stuff like that. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say about Hong Kong Disneyland as well is, you know, when you go to Disney parks, if they've got the gardens and the topiaries and things, they normally have like fences around everything. Most of them in Hong Kong don't have fences around them, and you do not.
Because people respect them.
People respect them. You don't see people trampling all over them, sitting on them to eat food. People just respect the gardens for what they are.
Yeah.
And then obviously in Fantasyland, you've also got the teacups.
Okay, yeah.
And you've got It's a Small World as well. Small World there at the very back. It looks very similar to the one in California. And then they've got an absolutely fantastic show, which I mentioned in the Shanghai one, because they've got a dupe, but they've just changed some of the IP, is Mickey and the Wondrous Book, I think it's called. And it's so technologically forward. And again, all the shows and everything are in English, Cantonese and Mandarin. Amazing. So, and say like if they're speaking in Mandarin, the books at the side, you'll see the English words. Most of the songs are performed in English.
Okay.
And that one's my favourite out of the two, Shanghai and Hong Kong out of the shows, because that one has Ariel in it.
Yeah.
The one in Shanghai doesn't have Ariel in it.
Going to say back on the shows again, not a lottery or anything. It's just a kind of
just queue up.
Just queue up and go.
You can get the Premier Pass does include this is the thing with the the shows as well. Like you queue up, they let the Premier Pass in first for the queue, and it's still like a free for all. Like they like to run out there. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, really?
If they want to go do something and it's something that they will run, but nobody pushes.
Yeah.
Nobody pushes in, but they run.
Get your running shoes on, girls.
We've got Discoveryland as well. This is the last land.
Okay.
And when you go into Discovery, they've got Space Mountain. Their Discoveryland's probably the strangest one.
So Discovery not tomorrow?
Oh, is it Tomorrow? No, Tomorrowland it is. Discoveryland's Paris.
Yeah.
So Tomorrowland they've got. And it's probably the strangest one because it's got Space Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Their Space Mountain is probably the tamest one in the world.
I didn't know they even had a Space Mountain.
Yeah, they've got a Space Mountain, but it's very different, is all I can say. It's not bad, it's just different.
It's not. Is it in the 111? Is it a two side?
No, it's in twos next to each other.
Kind of like the Disneyland California one.
No, I can't put my finger on it, but it's actually called Hyperspace Mountain. Okay. It's themed to Star Wars. It's the only Star Wars themed attraction they've got there. So
but it's not like Paris, though.
No, it's not like Paris. It's just a bit odd. Like they're Tomorrowland, because then they've got the rockets that go around, and then it all sort of changes into Marvel Stark Expo. This was the first ever Marvel land in any Disney park around the world. And they actually have the first ever Marvel attraction that they ever built around the world in a Disney park. And it's called the Iron Man. It's not the Iron Man at Space, it's Iron Man something, Stark Expo. It's basically Star Tours, but Iron Man.
Right.
And he's doing an expo in Hong Kong, and you fly over the city and everything, and it's really good because you actually fly out of Disneyland in it, and it's actually fantastic. But it's the same thing every time. But that was the first ever attraction, and then they've got an Ant-Man and the Wasp, like Buzz Lightyear laser blast,
okay.
And then they have an Iron Man meet and greet experience, which is fantastic.
Oh, Stacey will want to do that for sure.
That is fantastic, and again speaks English, and. They've got a Marvel quick service restaurant in that area. And I will say that Marvel quick service restaurant is probably the best quick service restaurant in the whole park.
Oh, what's the type of food?
Anything from like burgers, fries, hot dogs. They change it up. We did notice they changed it up. But if you just want some standard sort of like quick service food, if you've got kids who are fussy, that's where you need to eat.
Okay.
Marvel themed burgers, really good value.
Good to
I just want to say with that land, they have announced next to the Iron Man attraction, they're building, and they have started building, a Tower of Terror themed attraction.
I didn't know this until you said,
Yeah, but it's Marvel themed. It's not just, originally people said it was going to be Spider-Man themed, because the concept art at first had Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus there, and Spider-Man sort of like shooting his web at the elevator, lifting it back up. But the newest concept art is showing Doctor Strange on there, Iron Man on there. So it looks like it's going to be like an Avengers Tower kind of thing. So they're building that at the moment.
Yeah, very good. So they've definitely got room to expand then.
Oh, God. And, they've got so much room to expand there. And they've already announced as well they're extending the Toy Story area as well. Don't know what they're building. But just with regards to entertainment as well, the parade.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you that now. So so do they have a daytime parade, a nighttime parade?
So when we were there, they didn't have a nighttime parade. They don't have a nighttime parade now even. I don't know if they ever have. I don't think they need it. But the daytime parade when I was there was like a train that went down Main Street. It actually starts over up in Fantasyland and goes down Main Street past the castle. And it was like a train with all the characters, Duffy and Friends, Disney princesses, etc. And the song they used was actually the Pride song that Disneyland Paris used.
Going around
the world. That was the song that they used. But they have changed it now because they are currently celebrating the 20th anniversary of Hong Kong Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
So they have a massive elevated parade with like Encanto in it. What's the Red Panda film called?
Turning Red, yeah.
All of these newer movies are in it, and some of the classics that celebrate the 20th anniversary of Hong Kong Disneyland. So I haven't seen it. I don't know if I'm going to get there for the 20th, but I'm kind of hoping, because Disney do this, don't they, where if they celebrate an anniversary, they invest in a parade, they usually keep it for a while. As long as they keep it for a while, because I don't want to see the train parade again.
Yeah.
I want to see this new one they've spent some money on.
You think they would if they spent the money on it?
Oh, yeah.
They keep or mix it up a little bit.
Well, you would hope so. But then I think probably for me, the one thing that I love the most about Hong Kong Disneyland is the fireworks.
Yeah, I'm going to ask. So the nighttime show, you've talked about it many times to me since you got back. But just, tell everybody why you love it so much. And
it's called Momentous, and it is, in my opinion, the best fireworks show around the world in any Disney park. And the reason, first of all, the pre-show. So before it starts, everyone sits down again there, like they do in Shanghai and Tokyo for the fireworks. Yeah. Not so much the parades they didn't, but the fireworks they did. And they have a pre-show. And the pre-show running up to it, everyone sits down and the castle's all illuminated with projections and the trees are all sparkly and they're playing like really like soft Chinese music that's really relaxing and everyone's so quiet. And then every sort of like 5 minutes there's like a bell chime, like because there's a ticking on the clock, like a thing going like that projected on the clock, and every sort of like 5 minutes the clock makes like a noise, a bonging noise. And then for like a 30-second Chinese musical interpretation of a Disney princess song is played with a projection that represents that princess, and that runs up for half an hour.
Ariel
Momentous. Ariel is on it.
I can imagine you just.
I was like, yeah, she's on there. Not all of the Disney princesses are on it, but the main ones like Belle, Ariel, Cinderella, Snow White, they're all on there. And then once it starts, the actual whole concept of Momentous is about life. You're born, you grow up, you fall in love, you love your family, you get old, then you die. It's basically about all of life, and it's basically, I'm getting quite emotional thinking about it. It's basically about like live for the moment because you get your memories. It's quite emotional, really. I don't know, I'm getting upset, and it's like especially really special to me because I lost my grandma before I went the second time, and
so I loved it the
first time anyway, but it really, really like resonates for me, especially because of that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Get the tissues.
But I just want to say,
got the tissues.
I'm absolutely fine. I just want to say that for the 20th anniversary, they've mixed it up a bit and they've added in drones.
Oh.
So like Disneyland Paris,
I've seen them.
Got drones.
Have they got Duffy drones? Have I seen that online? I've seen something online.
I haven't spoiled it because I'm hoping to get there to see the new version of Momentous, but it is everybody loves Happily Ever After, and I haven't seen Tales of Magic in Disneyland Paris yet.
I love that
but this one is honestly just has so much meaning. Even before I'd lost my grandma, it was just I cried. You know, the songs and the movies they've got in it, and you know, they've got the Coco song in it, like
you got as soon as that starts.
As soon as that's like, I knew it were coming. I was like, I could feel myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that for me, that's
amazing.
the best thing about it.
Yeah, it sounds just peaceful and a bit of a moment, like not just
it's a very peaceful.
Bam, 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 fireworks, like music, which is amazing. Like I love Happily Ever After.
It's not just the fireworks. So they've got like they've got the moat in front of the castle, like Disneyland Paris. Not Disneyland Paris does the fountains with the lights. They do that as well as part of it.
Oh, wow. Sounds incredible. Yeah, I remember you raving about that as soon as you got back. Like, you have to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've talked about the park, the rides, the attractions and the shows, characters. Let's get on to the food then. Restaurants. You've touched on a few of them.
Yeah, I mean...
But I'm interested about snacks. Like, what's the snacks?
Snacks are fantastic. They're what you would expect in any Disney park. I have probably mentioned... I don't need to go into restaurants in the parks. I've mentioned the ones in the hotels. And I've mentioned probably the best two restaurants.
That one, Marvel for...
The Marvel one and the Explorers one for Mystic Point. But they do have, like, quick service locations all around. And, you know, your popcorn... They have the flavoured popcorn like they do in the other Asian parks.
Do they have like a dining plan or some sort of dining thing now? Okay.
No, but you can purchase before you go if you want to, like dining vouchers.
Okay.
But I wouldn't recommend it for Hong Kong because you can only use them at certain locations, not all of the restaurants. And some of the restaurants that you're going to probably want to eat at, you can't use them at. So it's better just to pay out of pocket, and it's really inexpensive.
Yeah.
But there was actually, if you're a Duffy fan, or you become a Duffy fan like I did, there is a restaurant on Main Street where you can actually do afternoon tea with Lena Bell and her friends like Cookie Ann and...
Oh, I bet that books up though fast though.
Oh God, yeah. Like you need to be in... You can't pre-book that. You literally need to go to the restaurant when you get in the park and get yourself booked in. Because there's not many of the restaurants you can pre-book with Hong Kong Disneyland. It's mainly the ones in the hotels.
And they don't get so busy.
And they don't get so busy, no.
So is there like classic snacks, like, you know, like your churro or your Mickey Premium, but is there like kind of snacks there? Like Tokyo has got iconic snacks that
they don't really have anything iconic that's unique to Hong Kong. But if you do follow Disney Parks or Hong Kong Disneyland's Instagram, they do seasonal snacks like all the other Disney parks. Yeah. But they do have your churros, they have your Mickey waffles, they have all the things like you would expect from a Disney
Can you
park.
see them on the app? Yeah, can you like go on the menu and see them like you can for Tokyo?
No, you can go on and look at the menus, but you can't see like what it is you're looking at unless they've changed.
That's good they have seasonal though.
But it's quite nice to walk around and see what they've got. I'll tell you one thing that I did really like. They had ice lollies that were proper ice lollies of Donald and Daisy.
Oh, right.
So you would expect it to be Mickey and Minnie, but it wanted with Donald and Daisy.
Cute.
So they were nice.
Yeah, ice cream definitely is a good choice.
Popcorn's amazing there.
They got different flavours like Tokyo, is it? Yeah.
But they also come in really good containers that turn into a little bag.
Oh, do they do popcorn buckets there? Is that a bit of a merch? It's not as big?
They did do popcorn buckets, but I didn't see too many people buying them, and I didn't see much variety. They were a bit basic.
Right.
Wasn't to the level of like Tokyo, Shanghai, but I mean, I'm not really a popcorn bucket person. I've got my Mickey up there, that bought the Wonder, and my one Peter Pan one from Tokyo, but other than that, I don't own any other popcorn buckets.
But merch is good. Emporium, merch is...
Right, we haven't spoke about merch. I have to tell you something about Hong Kong Disneyland. It's very similar to Shanghai, where you will see more people dressed up as Duffy and Friends than Mickey and Minnie. You will go in the shops, there is more merch for Duffy and Friends than there is for Mickey and Pals. But the merch is fantastic. Yeah. It's really good. The only thing is that the sizing of the clothes is a lot smaller.
Similar to Tokyo then.
Similar to Tokyo, because I really want... They had a Gelatoni hoodie, and it was fair, and it looked like his fair and with a little tail and a hood that went up with his ears. And I really wanted that. And they had it. And the largest size, an extra large, didn't even fit me. It was like up there on my arms.
Right.
But then it's weird because some of the stuff does fit.
Maybe it was a kid.
It's trial and error.
Yeah.
One thing that was amazing with the merch there that I love is in most of the shops they've got a full wall of socks. And all the socks are themed to the different attractions and shows and things. So I must have come home with about 17 pairs of socks. But
I love a sock.
They sell all the Loungefly bags there.
Oh, okay.
You know, the tote bags that are Mickey's head and stuff, they sell all of them there. So you do find a lot of the stuff you find in the international parks, but in the Western parks, but you also find a lot of exclusive merch. And actually, like this is a really good thing. I don't know if you can catch these up on the camera, but when I went last time, it was Chinese New Year. And do you know you've got the penny press machines in a lot of the Disney parks? In Hong Kong Disneyland, they have like coin machines, but they're not penny press. You pay, I can't remember much, maybe £5 or something. But they come in these protective cases as well. These are Chinese New Year ones, these are, because it was Chinese New Year last time, so I wanted these ones. I have got another one with a castle on, but that's at home, because that one was special, because it was a momentous one. But
I got Duffy on it.
Move it a little bit more further back.
Yeah.
There's just more lighting closer to you. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Duffy
you
on
can
it.
see them better. So these are, I mean, don't get my awful shellac nails in, because they need redoing. But basically, they sell these in the parks, and they're all really good little souvenirs. I mean, they're quite thick, and they come in these protective glass cases. You can open them, but they even sell them in the shops, like in the hotels as well, unique and like rare ones, because some of them had sold out and people collect them. And I
They're
just think
beautiful,
this is a real cute little way of remembering. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'd not even remembered it was Chinese New Year last time I went until I looked at this.
Yeah. You'll find those parks, they really go in on like a certain time of year or a season, and the merch is like amazing. Yeah.
The Chinese New Year as well, seeing as I've just remembered, they did like a Chinese New Year parade with Mulan in it.
And it wasn't any busier. You didn't find it that too busier, because you think that time of year would be busier.
Yeah, you thought it would be, but it wasn't. And they had all Chinese New Year decorations up down Main Street, USA. So, you know, like at Halloween, you had the big pumpkin in Disneyland in California. In Main Street, USA for Chinese New Year, it was all this huge Mickey-shaped Chinese lantern. I've got pictures on Instagram. Absolutely gorgeous.
That'd be cool. And since you're there, you want a bit of the Chinese culture and the Chinese kind of...
They do Halloween as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they do
Okay,
decorate
so these,
Halloween, Christmas, and they do Halloween parade.
Oh, cool.
This year looked amazing. Last year, sorry, because they did. It's the first time that they've really, it looks like they spent a bit of money on like a real proper Disney villains parade.
Yeah. I'll have to go. I'm hoping. I don't know when it starts, Halloween. Usually it's about September, isn't it, for parks?
for
But
Hong Kong.
it can change. I'll have to have a little look.
For them, like the seasons, I feel like, especially like Hong Kong, because they've spent and invested so much money on the development and improvement of Hong Kong Disneyland over the last 8 to 10 years. They are trying, it seems, to make it like the other Western parks, to encourage
To
more
entertain the
visitors.
resort, and yeah.
There's a Disney train as well. Not spoke about that, but that'll come in probably. I'll talk about Hong Kong.
The Disney train. What do you mean? Like the one in the park?
No, so
Like a monorail?
I haven't spoke about Adventureland.
Okay.
They've got a jungle cruise.
Oh, they have.
It's the best jungle cruise in the world.
Really? Why?
100% the best jungle cruise in the world in Hong Kong. It is in Hong Kong.
Okay.
It's a lot bigger. It's not like tucked away behind trees. It's actually open. You can actually see it all. When you get on the boat and you go around, you've got Tarzan's tree house.
Oh,
Because you have to get a little like, do you know what you did to Tom Sawyer Island? You have to get that little
Raft.
wooden raft
Yeah.
over. You have to get a raft over to Tarzan's tree house.
Oh, cute.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
The Tarzan's
I
tree
never
house.
saw it as Tarzan's in California. It went back to, I think it was in California. They used to have it as well.
I think it was,
Yeah.
because is it not Swiss Family Robinson?
Swiss Family Robinsons, yeah.
But Tarzan's Treehouse, amazing views of the park. But this jungle cruise is the best. It is the longest, and at the end, I don't want to spoil it for anybody really, but at the end, the last bit of it, there's like, all I'm going to say, there's a lot of rocks, there's a lot of fire, and there's a lot of water.
Okay.
And that's the end of it. It is the best jungle cruise
Yeah.
that they've got. And they've got the Lion King show there.
Oh, cute.
They've got a Moana restaurant opening
Oh.
that they've announced as well, because there was a Moana show as well. I don't know if that's still there, but they're opening a Moana themed restaurant. And yeah.
I mean,
it's
there's
just-
plenty, like, so, I mean, skipping ahead a little bit, but you mean, you kind of said it already, like, you like to go 5 days.
Yeah,
So,
minimum.
Because you were going all that way, I mean, I know, like, when I'm looking at my trip, if you are adding it into, like, a Singapore trip or Tokyo and Shanghai, you might...
3 days.
3
I would
days,
say,
and that's
yeah.
kind of what I'm thinking, three nights, 4
No
nights.
less than 3.
Yeah. yeah, there's plenty, just talking to you, it sounds like there's plenty to do. We've kind of touched on the language barrier.
There isn't
no
any,
issue
really.
with it. Because I know a lot of people go, oh, what's it like going to a different part there? Absolutely fine. Cast members, from my experience in Tokyo, they're the friendliest in the world.
Yeah,
So
exactly the same. These people in the world.
And any cultural differences in the park? Obviously, you've talked about kind of how everyone sits down, that they run, but like obviously they're very courteous when they're doing that.
Just the same as like Shanghai and Tokyo, where a lot of people like to dress up in outfits and take photos. But other than that, there wasn't really too
But
much.
you mean, again, you said like the gardens are beautiful, everything flows well and everybody's respectful.
It's all been built around feng shui.
Yeah.
And honestly, it feels like the most peaceful park. And this is why like Shanghai and Tokyo are the top for me, because Shanghai is just incredible and it's massive. Hong Kong's the complete opposite, but Shanghai is really busy. Hong Kong's the complete opposite. It's so much smaller, calmer, quieter. That's why I can't pick between the two.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong.
And that's kind of why Tokyo was kind of a bit, not as, out of the 3 Asian parks, probably the least, because again, it was so, I found it manageable, but I've not been, you'd been Hong Kong first. So I think when you've been spoilt with Hong Kong being so peaceful, quiet.
I think as well, like, because it generally is classed as like the quietest Disney park, but I kind of feel bad, and that I shouldn't be talking about it and telling people that, because to me it feels very special because it is like that, and I don't want it to change. And I know if I go again in the future and people, oh yeah, Hong Kong Disneyland, this, that, it's getting busier and busier and busier, for me that how I feel about it's not going to feel the same anymore, because to me it feels special, because when you're there it's a lot quieter, it feels like intimate and like this is my park, this is my park, kind of feeling weird.
Yeah, I almost felt like that with Epic Universe. I know it's not Disney still, but I just felt like that because we must have gone on a bit of a quieter day, and I just felt like,
this is my home.
Okay, so let's go now. Disney, we talked obviously about the Disney resort there at Hong Kong, outside of Disney, and like you say, you should. If you're going somewhere, you always make it a point
of going to see where I am.
to see where you are.
Yeah.
So staying in Hong Kong City, things to do outside the Disney park, how we combine and how accessible it is.
So you don't need to stay in Hong Kong to visit it. So basically they have a train station at Hong Kong Disneyland, and in Tokyo, like we said, they have the monorail and it's Disney themed. The windows are Mickey shaped. They have a train in Hong Kong at Disneyland, which takes you to Sunnyside Station. Not Sunnyside Station, I think it's called Sunny something. I always am obsessed with calling things Sunnyside, like Toy Story.
I know, you said this last time. Sunnyside Nursery, whatever it's called.
Sunnyside Nursery. Sunnyside Nursery, whatever it is. Anyway, they have a station at Hong Kong Disneyland, and do you know what, the station as well? It's tiny, but it's beautiful, and they play the most amazing music in there as well. You can actually, if you search on YouTube, Hong Kong Disneyland train station music, and it's on there on YouTube. But yeah, so there's the train, and it's got Mickey windows. Mickey windows, play Disney music, and it takes you to this other station, and you can change. Then you can get the high-speed train into the city. Now, this train into the city, absolutely phenomenal views, because when you're going into the city, because like Hong Kong, where it's all tiny little islands, the train's obviously raised over the water. You see all these beautiful islands and mountains and stuff. It's like, is this real? I'm on a train, like going over the water and all these mountains and things. It's just incredible. And Hong Kong it's like New York, a lot smaller and a lot cleaner. It's very modern, like not as like technologically advanced as say Shanghai or Tokyo, but it's very modern, very westernized. All the same shops you'd expect to see in New York or London, same restaurants, same franchises. So, but there is a lot to see. Like we went on to is it Kowloon? It's like the other island, and watched the skyline of Hong Kong they do like a night show every night where the skyline of Hong Kong illuminates to music and everything.
We do sell a lot of like a tour with that on.
Yes,
but we can add on. Yeah, so like this, like the evening night cruise. Yeah.
And I didn't get picked up or anything. I had to meet at a meeting point for it, but went across on the ferry to Kowloon. I'm sure it's called Kowloon, the island that you go to, because it's on the opposite side of the city. And basically, we watched that. We also went to see the Big Buddha, which was amazing. And you go, and all the monks are there and everything, and you have to go up loads of steps, loads of steps. So we did the Big Buddha. There's also like a tram ride you can get up to the top there as well.
Do you have like a cable car?
Yes, we did do a cable car as well. I can't remember where the cable car was taking us, but it wasn't to the Big Buddha, from what I remember. Can't remember. We did a cable car.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
There is so much to do. And all these trips that I did, I booked them as part of the package with Everest Holidays. And then one of the ones that we did, we also got to go into like a traditional Hong Kong Chinese restaurant and try their food and everything. But you should always go see where you are. Actually, in actual fact, this amber bracelet I've got on is from Hong Kong. I got that at the Big Buddha because where the Big Buddha is, like inside it, you're not allowed to film in there. But that's where people like, they don't bury him as such. They kind of like their ashes and put them into these like drawers.
Okay.
And then there was like celebrity ones in there, and celebrities can pay to have bigger ones, and then it almost becomes like a shrine. Because there was a really famous singer in there. Obviously, no one we would have known. They were just telling us. But yeah, I bought this amber, and it's been blessed by the Buddhas to bring me good luck. And yeah, it's just, you should always go out and about. And it was easy to get back. It's really inexpensive if you want to just do it yourself as well. Like we did one of the days on the high-speed train. It takes about 40 minutes on the high-speed train, about 10 minutes on the Disney train to the Sunnyside station.
That sounds amazing.
You should always go out and see where you are.
Sunny Bay.
Sunny Bay Station, yeah.
Yeah, sounds incredible. And just that train ride, is it like enough sometimes just to get the feel of everything?
I know, well,
get
like,
to a
we went
city,
back
have a
and
bit of
forth on
lunch
it
and
one
come
day
back. Yeah.
just to have a photo shoot.
Yeah. That's what I'll be doing.
You just want photos with everything.
So yeah, we definitely always recommend doing that and going into seeing the city nearby. So just going on to Hong Kong Disneyland, who is it best for? Now we've got first-time visitors, Disney fans, families versus adults, short Disney trips. I mean, it sounds like it's great for everyone.
Like any of the Disney parks, it is for everybody.
Yeah.
I think like a Disney fan would appreciate it more, especially like things like Momentous and you know the attention to details all there, the attractions like Mystic Manor, you know. It is for everybody.
Yeah, and I feel like it's, and a lot of people now are attached. I know I am attaching it to the two other parks on that side of the world. If you're traveling that way, or a great like offer I used to put together is like, we all put together is adding in that Singapore trip now, or you know, there's so many, because it isn't like a full 2 weeks you need there, so you can really do a hop in, get the fix for over like
add
5 days.
Add
Tokyo,
Singapore, Shanghai.
Yeah, because a lot of the flights I've noticed they go via when you're going back from Tokyo, you can go via Hong Kong.
Which is what I did on my last trip. We went to Hong Kong first because I was desperate to go back because I loved it so much. And then we flew on to Tokyo. And then on the way back, we flew and we stopped in Hong Kong for a couple of nights on the way back. Because for me personally, there's no way I could have flown from Tokyo to Hong Kong back to the UK. So we literally just had 2 nights in the Disneyland Hotel. And do you know what? As well, just everybody listening and watching, the Disney hotels in Hong Kong are really inexpensive. The difference in price between the cheapest, the Hollywood Hotel and the Disneyland Hotel, minimal.
And you're in like the deluxe style, the hotels in Walt Disney World,
style,
but you're paying like a fraction of the price because it can be a really good. Sometimes I've noticed it's cheaper than Disneyland Paris.
Yeah,
I know it's a longer journey, but
it's a longer journey. I mean, it can be cheaper than Disneyland Paris. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I prefer it to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Just saying it.
Yeah.
I should do an episode where I rank them all. But like I said, Shanghai, there's not really too much more I could say I want to say because I don't want to spoil everything.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, like I've already said, Shanghai and Hong Kong are my 2 favourites. Very different to each other. I can't decide out to which is my ultimate. But what I will say about Hong Kong Disneyland, for me, it's probably personally the most special to me because of Momentous and how that makes me feel and how the park in general makes me feel. It makes me feel it's my park, it's special, and no other Disney park in the world has made me feel the way that park makes me feel.
Interesting. And again, I think out of the 2, I mean, I'm hoping to go all of them, but I feel like Hong Kong, if you want to dip your toe in a little bit of the Asia parks, it's a good first one to start with.
Yeah.
It seems easier than Shanghai because you don't have to jump through a lot of hoops with the visa,
much
the
easier.
Alipay, the VPN, that kind of thing. None of that needs to happen.
And it's like, gosh, it must be a quarter
yeah,
of
I
the
mean,
size of
I
that
did
park.
Tokyo first, but I think Tokyo is quite really well set up as well for your first kind of try of that side of the world. You know, I've never been to that side of the world either. So
Out of the three, Hong Kong's the easier
yeah,
of the three.
yeah, definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
Well, what's strange as well is I'm going off a tangent, and then I'm done. But basically, that walkway I was talking about up to the park,
Yeah.
on the opposite side, so you got the Disneyland, you're going at the walkway, you've come from the hotels, you've got Disneyland Park on one side, on the other side, it's just a load of trees. That's room for expansion for a second park, because when you get to the park entrance, there's a hub and there's a big fountain with a whale and Mickey on, like, there's water coming out of Mickey and then all the characters around. They do a show as well there on a night. So when you're leaving the park, this fountain does a show, like something like a minute long, but it's cute.
Yeah.
So they literally could put another gate opposite. Whether
Yeah.
they do one
And
day,
hopefully
I
a
don't
Disney
know.
Village because they haven't got a Disney Village.
Or something because they don't have one. But also there are spaces you'll notice in the park for expansions, like Shanghai, and where the hotels are. There's a clear gap in between Disneyland Hotel and Explorers Lodge for a hotel. And other hotels further down the line.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll grow and grow over the years. Yeah.
Like I said, that's the one. If anything, I know I've got other trips, but I haven't got a trip booked there. But it's probably the one that I'm yearning to get to the most, even though I haven't got it booked.
Oh no, come with me.
I need to do it in 2027, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we'll do the final thoughts and tips. If we kind of ran through it then, like what you need to prepare, get the app as usual. So there's no visa. I don't really know. There's
I
nothing.
wouldn't do any research into the park, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah.
I would say for this park,
Yeah,
I would say
it can be all kind of done on the day, or
you can literally
just
get
go
in and
go
get
with
your
the flow with
bearings,
it.
go with the flow. It's very relaxing. You don't need to stress about this park. This is the thing, like I say, it feels intimate, relaxing, the whole layout, feng shui.
Yeah.
Don't stress about this park, because when you get there, you'll feel relaxed.
Fabulous. Yeah. So I mean, the last question is, would you go back? I mean,
I want to go back.
that's a silly question. I say I'm
waiting for
hoping.
the flights to come out.
Yeah,
And then I can look at it.
I know. I am hoping that I can add it into either be my last castle park, or it'll be my first. It'll be my 5th castle, and Shanghai will be my last. So
Yeah.
I'd like it to be my last.
I think you
Ideally,
should
the
make
last.
Hong Kong your last.
Yeah.
Because as well, once you've been to Shanghai, next it's so busy, it is very more relaxing in Hong Kong, and you'll probably find it's a good way to end your trip.
Yes.
Because you can relax.
Yeah, getting those pearls and just it sounds amazing. But yeah, if you think of any more questions for us guys on Hong Kong, please let us know.
Book Hong Kong Disneyland, and
Yep.
I've inspired you, and I hope I have, because it's my
Yeah,
favourites.
a great week trip. I know a lot of people do like they kind of go to California as the next Disney park, and they've done Paris and Walt Disney World, but definitely look into Hong Kong because you can get it sometimes cheaper. It's very similar. Like, it's a very similar kind of 7-night trip, maybe. Explore that side of the world. Like their trains and their public transport is so great out there. So you'll be absolutely fine.
Everything's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exciting.
so thank you everyone for listening to
Yeah.
this episode of the Ever Aftercast Hong Kong Disneyland special. We have some very special guests next week, so stay tuned.
Yeah, very exciting.
Bye.
And yes, see you soon. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Ever Aftercast.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and share the magic. For more Disney and Universal travel inspiration, visit everafterholidays.com or follow us on social media.
You can follow myself, Mattie, on Instagram at Mattie Happily Ever After.
And you can follow me, Laura, at Kind of Magic Laura.
If you want to find daily holiday offers and more, you can also visit facebook.com/everafterholidays or follow our Instagram at eafterholidays.
If you'd like to be a guest on a future episode or you have any questions you'd like us to answer, please email info@everafterholidays.com.
See you real soon.